Hello everyone, this is Alan Lagunes, therapist and instructor on biomagnetism and bioenergetics, and today we're going to speak about the immune system. Now this information is very important because there is a lot of people diagnosed with self-immune diseases, so I have very good news for you or for them in case you know someone that is struggling against this. Now let's speak about the history. Now the ancient Greeks identified the thymus gland as the key for the immune system. They mentioned that this was the vital force gland and it was key. Actually, it was Galen, an ancient Greek, that he discovered that when we grow old, the thymus gland tends to shrink with the age. That's very interesting. Now, in the modern times, it was until the 60s where science actually discovered that the thymus gland has a very active role on the immune system. Why? Because this gland produces the T cells, so this tiny military force that fights against all sicknesses and is the key for the immune system to recognize intruders in order to fight them in the future. That's the principle of all vaccines. So the immune system is very important. Now, there are many factors that can alter the immune system. Many emotional factors such as stress, for example, everyday diet and activities, overwork, over-exercise, not having the proper diet. And I'm not speaking about general diet, I'm speaking a diet specific for the immune system could make you have a lower immune system. If you have a vice, for example, smoking cigarettes or drinking too much alcohol, your immune system will dramatically lower. Some people have been taking medicines for so long that this also happens. And some accidents, and people when we grow old, the immune system starts to lower the activity. Now here's a key information. If you Google it, if you search on any medicine book there is in the world, they say that when we are young, the thymus gland will create all these T cells and macrophages and all this equipment in order to us to have a very strong immune system. And when we start going into puberty to become adult, it stops working. Now, this is the medical theory, but according to Dr. Goyce, this is not true. The thymus gland never stops working. It just changes activities. When we go into puberty or adultness, now it becomes, imagine this control tower that has control of all the airplanes. That's exactly the function of the thymus gland since we start going into adults, when we pass the puberty. So in the first period of time, when we are a child, it creates the T cells and all this military force we need. And passing puberty, it works as a control tower for controlling everything. Another disturbing fact is that some people is diagnosed with self-immune diseases. In the case, for example, in myasthenia gravis, they remove the thymus gland to help the body. What we have found in the last 30 years since Dr. Goyce discovered biomagnetism, and personally on the last decade of attending so many clients worldwide, this is a fact. The immune system never does attack itself. So there is non single one immune system disease, self-immune system disease. There is none. I'm telling you what happens with these people diagnosed with this. If we see mankind as when we were into the caves, nowadays we are in the era of information. Honestly, we're in the era of confusion, but I think that. And in the future, we see humans conquering the space, maybe living in Mars. The truth is, if we see today, right now, We are in the stone age of medical technology to deliver diagnosis. That's a fact. So that's the reason why so many people is there with diagnose that we every day see they are wrong. They are just not right. Sometimes they are right, of course, but sometimes they are not. In the case of self-immune diseases, let me tell you, it's always microbes that are affecting the body and they are not showing up in any standard medical diagnose or test. It is just like that. So with magnets, we can very easily find them and eliminate them. In other videos, I will make sure to tell you how we can easily solve, for example, fibromyalgia, Hashimoto syndrome, myasthenia gravis, diabetes mellitus, any disease that you mentioned supposed to be self-immune system is not, it's just microbes, and we have them very well identified. Now, when we apply a couple magnets in the thymus gland, or else the appendix, or better if we do it at the same time, we will improve the activity of the immune system. But sometimes there are microbes there in the body that they get installed with a biomagnetic pair related to the thymus. So that's why we need a complete biomagnetic scan in order to understand what is happening, so we can come back to a very good immune system level. So I wanted to share this information with you. It is a disturbing fact that so many people is around the world being diagnosed with self-immune diseases. It's a very disturbing fact that there is a lot of people having the thymus gland removed. That is so wrong. And the good news is that there is a solution for all self-immune diseases. Now remember, with biomagnetism and bioenergetics, we can solve anything if we arrive on time. When we arrive late and the organs are destroyed, we can only hope for medical improvement. This is the topic I wanted to mention about the immune system. Also, it's very good if you are a kinesiologist, you can measure the immune system level from 0 to 10 to understand what is happening in this moment. Checking what is the factor that is affecting, is a pathogen, it is nutrition, it is emotional. If it's nutrition, you just need some charts with options in order to check what you should be eating. One of the key elements for the thymus gland is the zinc. If you know someone struggling against any self-immune disease, please share this video or subscribe. We have also the Facebook group Biomagnetism Heals the World. We have the website biomagneticway.com. And if you want us to explain more about any self-immune disease and what microbes are doing these symptoms and how we can eliminate them very quickly with magnets, you can please always write down and we will do our best to explain you. My pleasure to be with you again. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.